ship, gets them kind of fired up for the Miramars, you know, gets Marsalek a little, you know, under control.
I do have a question for you though as we head into the overalls. What the hell is going on with Denmark?
Don't know. It's been a weird day.
Do you think it started off with the red zone?
That was just
really
like
kind of threw them for a loop.
That was just like,
because this is not what I expected from Denmark.
No.
That is a damn strong team.
Exactly. No. That was foreshadowing. That was like,
you think so?
Just the PUBG gods had said, "Sorry, Denmark, not today. If you're gonna get through, it's got to be tomorrow."
It's gonna be tomorrow. Yeah. I mean, they still have 2 games left, and remember, we are now heading to Miramar. So that's just a new opportunity. It's a mental reset,
You know,
going into a new map.
Avengers should know.
To sit is to progress. Sit is.
스펙스 BMX 팀 유소년 선수 김한결이라고 합니다. 어릴 때부터 자전거 타는 걸 진짜 좋아해서 지금은 본격적으로 선수 생활을 하고 있어요. 처음 경기장에서 BMX 레이싱 선수들의 경기를 보고 와 진짜 멋있다라는 생각이 들어서 본격적으로 시작하게 된 것 같아요. 스포츠는 나 자신과의 싸움인 것 같아요. 어제보다 발전하기 위해 계속 도전하게 되는 것이 스포츠인 것 같아요. 내가 과연 유망주인가? 책임감 있게 행동해야겠다라는 생각도 들어요. 가장 큰 원동력은 더 잘하고 싶다는 욕심인 것 같아요. 저를 계속 도전하게 만들어요. 저에게 스포츠는 도전이에요. 넘어져도 다시 일어서면 된다는 것. 실패가 아닌 새로운 시작이 기다리고 있습니다.
A collaboration with ESPA, and some changes to vehicle camo netting. All this and more as we dive into the Update 36.2 patch report. First up, Miramar is getting a visit from the K-pop group ESPA. All across the Badlands, you'll find concert venues, decor, and other visuals based on the group. Many other maps have ESPA visuals, such as themed care packages and planes as well. There's also an emote stage on the starting island of every 8x8 map for you to perform some of their most iconic tracks, including their latest hit. Next up, vehicle camo netting is seeing a durability improvement and is being added to Rondo and Tago this update as well. The improved durability only applies to bullet damage, and there are still some conditions in which the netting is instantly destroyed, so check out the patch notes for full details. The clan system is also getting some love. There are new ways to show off your achievements, including a new weekly ranking page, along with new clan tag plates. Full details in the patch notes. There's also a new Survivor Pass. Regions with duo mode can now choose one-man duo in normal and ranked. And we've tackled some bugs, so be sure to check out the patch notes for details on everything. Update 36.2 is here, so park the car in a safe spot and get ready to rock out with ESPA. We'll see you on the battlegrounds.
Smooth and original. Straight from the underground.
But as we say that, we are now headed into our 5th game, and it is again going to be Miramar. I am more than excited to see not only what this plane is going to look like, but if we see any of those hot drops from scrims continue here into the actual game.
Absolutely very curious about that as these teams dare to dream here on the dusty dunes of Miramar, trying to get themselves into that final stage. This is the survival stage. It's 2 days. If you're just joining us, where the hell have you been? But we love to have you regardless. Plenty of opportunities for you guys at home to get involved, whether you're playing fantasy, whether you're getting some of the drops, whether you're getting the codes, whether you're playing the bingo. Man, we've got all kinds of great stuff. And by the way, eventually a very famous K-pop band is going to make their way onto the stage. You might know them.
Also, a very famous beatboxer. I don't know if you know who Wing is, but probably one of the best and most prolific. I'm kind of in a beatbox.
The best.
So
I've heard he's the best.
He is one of the best in the world, hands down, top 5. It's not even in question. I mean, the technique he has is just something else. And he's going to be flanked by 2 other incredible beatboxers. So if you're into that, again, if you're into K-pop, this weekend, if you're into PUBG, you tuned into the right place.
No doubt. This is just the beginning of a great week here in Seoul, South Korea. Once again, we are live from the Olympic Handball Stadium here at beautiful Olympic Park. As the playing path, again, pretty fair, nothing too crazy for our first look at Miramar. I pray for crazy circles. I don't mind not crazy plane paths. Oh,
That's
okay.
a fairly, we don't really see too many Cruz de Valle circles, so I'm all for it.
That area outside of Cruz de Valle is so tricky to play, so flat, not a ton of hills, like especially as the closer it gets to Cruz.
Yeah, especially on the north side, there's really nothing. However, I will say the east is great because you have that high angle church, and then you have other ridges and other mountains that you can actually rotate from. So the east is great. North, pretty terrible. South, abysmal.
It really is. There's like that one rock outside of Cruz de Valle, just south of it. You know, that big one that like,
And if you don't have it,
you're just dead.
yeah.
Yeah. I love it. All right. Well, we'll see. You never know. Maybe there's some hard shifts. Maybe we go down towards El Azahar. You know what? Who am I kidding? It's PUBG. There's going to be hard shifts. It feels like somewhat guaranteed at this point. At least today, there's been quite a few.
There's been a lot. There's been a lot. And I also love the little quip that we saw from, we see one right here from the team Mimi, Gustav, Ketter, and Dofi, the Denmark boys. It's Kamnu. Let's go. The one from Canada said, we're going to mercilessly destroy our opponents and then apologize afterwards. So that's very befitting of Canada.
Sounds about right.
Oh, sorry.
Well, sorry there. We didn't mean to wreck your team, but we did.
They've been wrecking house. This has been a pretty decent day for Canada overall. They're sitting with 27 points in 8th place. It's a fine place to be, especially when France has been sponging up all those points. So cutoff is currently them.
Is there anybody in that like 9th to 16th position that you're a little bit surprised they're there? I think I can.
Denmark, obviously.
Yep.
And Malaysia.
Yeah.
Malaysia for sure. 13 points in 4 games for that roster is they're underperforming. Not in a gross way, but they're underperforming.
It's been a weird day for some of these teams, so I'm not counting them out by any means, even though there's a pretty big drop there, 11 points, excuse me, from 9th to 10th, so that's kind of curious. Canada with an early E-pickup. We saw Japan do this previously to relatively good success in the first game, but they're already in a circle, so it's going to be Canada's turn to try to make this work.
I imagine Canada's going to go fairly far north. With the plane path, other teams could have gotten there. I mean, we do see other teams there, but we have all the information. Canada doesn't, so I could see them going like maybe Campa or even Tierra Blanca, just to kind of get their footing, and also more importantly, the ridges around Tierra Blanca are great for scouting.
Probably vehicles available too.
Yep.
There's a lot.
That's right, because they don't have vehicles, they e-pick up.
Yeah, so there's a lot that's available for them up there.
Yep.
A little peacocking here from Japan. Just want to make sure that nobody's going to try to mess with their setup. They got to like where they're at. Center-ish circle. A nice split.
Good split, yeah.
Hard
to hold, but
yeah,
it is a split nonetheless that they have control of for the time being.
Right. I was like, Goni, if you hit any bullets with that, like towards that E-pickup that Canada's in, I will buy you dinner. Because that is a tough one.
Definitely play the lottery because hitting those shots oftentimes comes down to luck. As France have taken an early, and this is what we were talking about, the area to the east of Cruz Davai. You can see actually, it looks like the UK have already opted to try to get for that topside church, and you even see Canada still flying. They could opt to just drop right on top of it, Paper.
Yeah, I think both of these things have kind of thwarted France's initial plans. We got a brief glimpse into what they're marking on the mini-map.
Yeah.
And they wanted to go a little bit further ahead, but UK just a bit faster, and here we go again. Shock of all shocks.
Oh, wow, Philippines getting involved early. Who would have thought? But it's actually at the detriment of Torque. So they're going to lose 1, but fortunately, I guess, drive away with 3.
But I don't think this is necessarily Philippines' fault. They were in their, decision-making process, I'll say. This looks like it was Turkey crossing their path.
But that's the thing. I love that they take advantage of those situations that they're given, right? Even if they didn't set up that camp, even if, it wasn't planned, they still managed to get one out of it. And that's what's really been impressing me with them, even though they are sitting in 16th place. And a big part of that is because we do see them get the early game kills. They're not getting the placement points. They're not making it to the late game.
Yeah, I really think there's some potential here for the Philippines if they just can clean up a few of those fights a little bit.
As much as I hate to say it, pull back sometimes, right? Because they're all gas, no brakes.
Sir, they're APAC. You don't understand.
No, I do.
There is no brake pedal in their car.
Know. I'm just saying, maybe. Ooh, Beammy's going to find him in Max straight through that windshield. What a shot.
Denmark needs these points, so they're on the hunt. Ketter's right there. This is great for Denmark. Exactly the start they needed here on Miramar, and it's going to be against France nonetheless. Now, for France, they're actually already in. They're in the they're out of the survival. They're in the final stage.
They would have to have a absolute travesty of a day tomorrow in order to not qualify. So that being said, I don't want them to take their foot off the gas, but at the same time, I'm not as worried. If France dies, okay, you know what, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, this is more that Denmark needs to get it going.
Yeah, I'm excited for Denmark, exactly.
Wow.
Because they need these points desperately, currently sitting at 15th.
You got Norway driving in on the Eastern Road. I see the Philippines there, and I suspect that there will be some attempt to shut down this early rotation. It's actually Hyman about to say hello to the Philippines. CJ looking for the tires, looking for a little bit of damage. Oh, 10 Trip hits a headshot right as Hyman's driving over the hill. Not able to find the knock, though, and he might have actually just got out of there.
He did, and not only that, but he just saved his team as well. So he's going to relay that information back down to the members rotating to the south, and they actually might even stop down to try to take care of the team of the Philippines. Why not? Norway have done an exceptional job today of actually thwarting any of the teams that have tried to basically turn around most of the gunfights they've been in when they weren't even the ones that started the engage.
That's true. That's a really good point. 10 trip. Just seeing if he can get a little lucky and not able to find that final shot. I think the tire is okay on that Murado that Hyman was driving, or at least it was flashing red, but I don't think it was broken. And meanwhile, Japan getting up on the roofs, and Marsalek looking to see if he could find a punish. Has that Dragunov, has that ability to get that fast knock, but can't connect any bullets on the Run AX, and he's just gonna chill. Looks like he's situated in between the roofs of the longhouse.
Yeah, and I mean, the downside to the Dragunov is not only is there the distance requirement, but if you don't have any attachments, it didn't look like he had a comp, probably didn't have a cheek pad, that thing bounces like crazy.
Yeah. It is hard to use. It is a little tricky, but man, does it feel good when you hit shots with it. It also doesn't have the greatest bullet velocity.
No, it's like lobbing paintballs at a certain distance. I mean, those things are just dropping. Not as bad as the SKS, or actually is it? It might be worse.
I have no idea.
No,
I don't
surely
remember.
not. The SKS is...
They're both pretty bad.
Yeah.
In terms of bullet velocity. So I'd rather have the Dragunov any day of the week. Personally.
That being said, I still love the SKS. It's just...
Oh, you're one of those.
No, I'd rather have an SLR fully kitted. Don't get me wrong.
For sure.
I'm not gonna... But I used to, before the SLR, before those options, SKS was my baby. I love that.
Oh, no kidding.
Love that gun.
Okay. I'm a bolter at heart, but
okay.
SLR is my statistically best gun.
I mean, I just love it. Once the SLR came, nothing else. I didn't really want to use anything else, and then we got the MK12 and.
The MK12 is nasty. It is
disgusting. Mini too. I love the Mini,
Mini's
especially
great.
the Christmas Mini. Oh, that's good.
Christmas Mini. I use the what's it called? It's a cow skin and it's got a pun. It's like Mood Killer or something like that, or like
okay.
Something.
So you real fancy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got a stat tracker. That's really the only reason I use it.
And yeah, so we did see at the top of the show that Korea were the kings of Miramar with an average damage of 1,200, and their highest damage was 26, which we actually saw. I think it was Norway got that last game or one of the previous games.
Well, highest damage. Look at 2,600.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see this Korea team. That's neither here nor there. As do you have a
they will be
glider
playing in the finals.
I know.
We haven't. seen them.
I'm excited for raining. Is who I'm really excited for. But I'll save my raining gushing for later.
Okay, that's fair. Now, what we do have to take into account here as we were gushing about the teams and players is how absolutely terrible this circle is. So this is the Death Valley circle. The issue here becomes for these teams, it doesn't matter whether you're on the north or the south side of this. What really starts to come into play for your team is which side is favored and if you have to rotate to the other side. Because getting across, there's a reason we call it Death Valley. It is so difficult for teams to make the decision on which side they want to play on, and oftentimes they live or die by what decision that is.
It's basically a river.
It is.
For almost all intents and purposes. Unless there's that really weird circle, like we had one at PGS 7, I want to say it was, where it ended basically in the middle of the trench.
That does happen sometimes,
very
but
rarely.
it's very rare. It usually favors either north or south, and then the teams caught on the other end, I want to say like 80 to 90% of the time just die crossing. It is such an abysmal cross to make.
You're absolutely right. It is usually a gamble. It is usually a coin flip.
This is probably one of the roughest circles in Miramar.
For sure. If it just hard shifts north here, then you're like, okay, fine. Like,
well, you have
there's
time.
options. Yeah, exactly.
But oftentimes, because of this, it stays and it just shrinks on the valley, and then often you're just stuck with no options. You have to go for the kills. There's no way you're making it across.
Precisely. Well, Canada, they've gotten into El Azahar. They do have the Philippines ahead of them. That is not the team that I would want to see here because they like to fight. And for Canada, you're on the bubble spot, right? You're on that 8th place position. You're at 27 points. So you'd love to just find a way to get cleanly into the late game, without having to go for those salvage points.
The good thing for Canada, though, in this situation, as they do sit on that cusp, that bubble area you were talking about, is they can actually choose which way to rotate from here, and they can stay. As long as Azahar doesn't get cut out too early, they can use this to either go north or south, which I think is a really great proactive choice by their IGL Finna.
Makes sense, actually. That's a good point. Yeah, you do have access to those hills on either side.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, they do know now that Kalbs is up there.
But that's
so
the problem, is that not only do they have the Philippines around them, but France is also sitting up there.
Yeah.
I mean, France is just down to 2, though, so.
So France is probably going to play it safe, you would think. We'll see.
You would think.
But with as many points as they have, oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Get back in that car. Adam peeks out, even though he gets back in.
Oh.
Joshy able to fire back, able to prevent the flush so far. Letting loose with the util. Shin trying to get there. Adam attempting to find a way to get behind this fence. Algin, though, looking for that new angle, looking to give himself the point, and he almost confirms it.
Yeah, he pretty much all but guarantees it. Now the Philippines, again, the aggression, what we love to see from them coming out. They're pushing straight onto the position of Shin. He's going to put some damage out, but he is under huge threat, as Adam is going to get flushed now, and the rest of Canada coming to help.
From behind, 10-Trip just a hair late. Oh, what a turn there. Shin just peeks into the window, puts CJ down. Kalbs has found the knock, though, onto him outside. Finna looking to do something, but you always have to worry about that high ground position that the Philippines still controls. Joshy, Finna just too far away to help their teammates out. They have to play as two.
And I just love the chaos that the Philippines force onto other teams. I mean, that rotation, Canada could not have known that Algin had snuck so close to them in that position. Meanwhile, now moving over to Spain to see if they can thwart a push here from multiple teams.
By the way,
it was going to be a knock from distance.
Norway actually got a knock and a kill onto the Philippines. Intense reached way out from the rest of his team to get over there and get that point. Kalbs,
oh, wow, I see that.
Yeah, Kalbs had found Joshy. Finna did manage to get a molly to get a knock, but Indonesia just still wreaking havoc. Spain has a player down. They still have 3 up. Indonesia now getting Simoy involved. They're reinforcing this fight. Demolizer on the outside. Satsuna re-peaks. Finally gets the spray to go. Explicit down, expecting another, but it is going to be Simoy with the trade. So Indonesia doing a great job here. Spain is in trouble.
Just on Demolizer, we move back now to Philippines versus Canada. And it looks like an easy 1-2. 10-Trip is just going to clean up Joshy and Finna. So Canada will go out in 16th place.
Ooh. Nice stuff from 10-Trip. Gotta love that. Demolizer's like, I'm in trouble. Does he know Teddy's waiting to maybe take him out? We'll see. Malaysia needs a good game, skirting around the edge of France. There you go.
They really do.
Spain is done.
And this is a good position, but again, it's only a good position for now. The circle is still very much centered on that Death Valley, so, oh no. Even if they're able to be safe here, oh no, that's a flip vehicle from Jervis.
I think that might be in range of that frag. Balzac. Oh, it's just short. It's just short. Jervis. Oh, I was worried for you, buddy. That one looks scary.
Well, he's not out of it yet. He's still technically stuck there for now.
Turkey has popped an emergency pickup. I just want that to be known. They're dead center.
I think they're just going to have I think they're just going to have someone go up. They're either going to have someone go up and scout, or they're all just going to take it right now. They can tell, right?
Yep.
They have 2 options, and both are fantastic.
That's a good point. I love that. All right, let's see what they do. I think you're right. I think it is just the one.
Yeah, they're just going to send one, or maybe not even take anyone. That's fine.
This is ending, I think, dead center of the trench here.
Well, you were talking about it, and here we are.
So what's weird is, like, you almost want to be in the trench.
You want to be Turkey.
Eventually.
Yeah, either Turkey or Malaysia, because even if by some weird miracle it shifts all the way north, they're still in.
Ome has the knock on the savior there. Chinese Taipei scrambling. They can't help but just leave their fallen comrade behind. No other choice at this point. Japan, Sweden on the outside. Japan on the very northern edge here. Germany lurking as usual. Poland trying to get ahead of this. Marsalek on his own. Leo driving right next to him. Jai Wei as well. Oh,
where are they going, though?
I thought that was going to be a fight. Good question. Your guess is as good as mine.
again, this another symptom and issue of this circle is there's just nothing to play in the valley. I mean, you can see it. It's just two open-faced hills that are facing each other. Nice spray there coming out. Trade back and forth. It's Poland and Sweden now going at it.
Fuzzface has a Lynx. Only 2 more bullets left. If you go for that, my friend, credit. Yeah, sure.
I like the confidence, sure.
Yeah, that would be the sickest thing I've ever seen if he landed it too. Edix actually got a knock on Iron Pete. Like, France is ruining Malaysia's day. Iron Pete stuck on the other side. They went for a 2-2 split across the Death Valley there. And they're in trouble. I'm not so sure about that for Malaysia.
Yeah, Malaysia is just constantly stuck in between a rock and a hard place. And what I will say also about France is it seems like it doesn't really matter which members are left alive after they lose an initial fight. They're still doing work. All 4 members of that team are firing, and that is just...
They're so
Love
good.
to see it.
All right, Denmark. Big fight potentially brewing. They really need to get something going, but out in the open is Dolphy. And he is donezo. That smoke, I don't think it's going to matter. And oh no, now Gustav down. Germany, though, credit where credit's due, playing this really nicely. Had some good angles. Denmark overstepped their bounds. They're paying the price. It's Chris, does take down Balzac. France is gone. Setsuna, in the meantime, setting up some fortifications. That's east of here.
Yeah, Germany still need to get in, though. They did get damage, which buys them some time, a window maybe to get into the circle, but Fex is coming out all the way around. Looks like he's just trying to get some kills here. I mean, and look at T-Bone, they're actually, as a duo, they're trying to surround this. That's going to be Panther going out, but no frags from it. Gustav, meanwhile, is going to get a knock, and that's 2 members now down for Germany.
Oh, this is huge. Those are going to be points over. And, oh, Fex. It's Chris. He wasn't quite just ready. The blue will end up taking Fex down, not before he has something to say about it. He does some serious damage here. Now Brack's the only one left for Germany. What looked like it was going to be a great fight for Germany just isn't quite there. And Denmark, Beamy, well, we know what he's good for in the blue. The man can survive.
I do love that play from United Kingdom. They only had 2 left. They're like, you know what, this circle is just horrible. Just go for the kills. I mean, they may have not gotten any, but I still love that play from them.
Ooh, look at that.
Ooh, Shaatbhai. Dude, Shaatbhai from India by far has been the most impressive.
He's hitting. Yeah, he's hitting, dude. I love it.
That boy wants it. He's hungry.
I've seen some good stuff from Risen and Rupesh, too. They've been pretty strong. They just, need to get a little bit more going, and I think you have some hope for India. Poland.
Oh, clown carring, but it wasn't a far journey, thankfully.
It did look dicey there for a second. Okay, India, do you have any frags left?
This is a big opportunity for India, surely.
So please tell me someone has some frags. You could really do some damage here. Risen at least hitting.
Well, the rest of his team needs to come out and help. I mean, that is the next position that they need to play. They need to get rid of it. They need to get rid of Poland now.
Trying to flank out Shaatbhai. And a bunch of people just all of a sudden getting knocked in the kill feed. Sweden. They're trying to trade some damage here with Poland, but they're in trouble. Oh, that was close. That was close.
A little too close.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, Poland should not be allowed to do this with India above them.
India's busy fighting Sweden. They want to deal with that first. Fuzz going for some long-range M4 shots. But okay, so please.
These are 4 kills. They should be 3 kills for India. Please get that. The nade is good. It's going to be a knock and a flush. And just one more. Masters, and he will go down. That is what I'm talking about, India. Let's go.
Love that. Really nicely played. I love that they kept Sweden at arm's length for like the whole fight. And then they're like, oh yeah, Poland.
Yeah.
Hello. And Shaatbhai, man, he is really solid. Simoy is going to take down Run AX. So Japan loses 1 player trying to make their way over to the edge of the circle. Indonesia, kind of this movable fortification setup they've got going with the vehicles. We've seen the foldable covers. So they're doing a pretty good job, but Japan doesn't seem to have much in the way of cover to work with themselves.
They really don't. Malaysia, though, has managed to somehow survive in the center here as Japan is just struggling for space. And as is, I mean, again, this is the problem with the circle. Even if it does center, on the valley itself, both of these ridges are just facing each other completely open. So there really is no cover. You can't get away from the other side, and you can't move into the other side either, which just makes it so difficult. Unless you're Turkey, then you are just loving life. But then the issue for them, Clint, is they can't even get any kills.
Yep. So they're gonna get
placements
for sure. Yeah, but it's can you get any further? Japan is just struggling to get anything going. I mean, okay, you're in the circle, but like you were saying, so many people on the other side have high ground, and they can see down into that side of the other side of the trench, I should say. Leo has proned and is waiting for someone to come in his and Chaiwei's way. Malaysia's still in this. They've got 2 up. Philippines still 2. 4 for Norway. 4 for India.
Yep.
3 for Indonesia. So a lot could change here on the outside of what Turkey is doing. Turkey is going to come into this game with 3 in the end game,
yeah.
You would think guaranteed.
Indonesia is about to lose probably all their members, and I will say Norway played this beautifully. They stayed on the south side. They took their time. They didn't push too many fights, but more importantly, they held control. Now they just have to get rid of Malaysia, as India's KarQ will find Chinese Taipei's Leo, and now just 1 member left, Chinese Taipei.
Chaiwei would have to go absolutely insane right now. KarQ sees the utility coming out, not interested in trying to fight that. Another frag for Chaiwei, looking to do some damage. Leo has been knocked out. Malaysia gone to Norway in the meantime. Has the Panzer there, got it out of the car, but can't find a good opportunity to use it. It will be ineffective. Indonesia on the run, and fragging, but they just get knocked.
I love that Turkey tried to push up, though, and get the kills. They did lose Code Marco, at least to a knock, but they're at least going to come up, and they realized that, right? They had to have paper. They're like, you know what? We're not going to get any points if we just sit here. So they did go up, and they third-partied that fight between India and Chinese Taipei, and they're able to clean up. So, again, great. Still a couple members of India left, though.
I like this. I mean, I think most teams would just sit in this compound.
Most teams would, yeah.
Yeah, but I like this from Turkey. As long as they don't lose Code Marco here, it's fine.
No, I think they're going to be able to get back to the compound, and they were able to get 2 kills from it at least. So, again, fantastic play from Turkey. India still survives, and while we were watching that, Norway just dispatched of Malaysia, as you stated.
They're solid today, man. Not too surprising, though, given that you have Jeans and 8C on this squad.
Yeah.
Simoy, oh, boy, this is not looking so good.
Intense, though, as well for Norway. It's been awesome.
Yes, yes. He has played really, really well. And, you know, Hyman is out there trying to be that lead guy often, and he's done a pretty good job.
He has been, yeah. He's found them a lot of space. More importantly, even though he has gone down, he's given them a lot of information. So,
and that's sometimes
it's more valuable than a life. I know it sounds weird, but you've seen one player go down for a team of 3 to win a game multiple times.
Exactly. It's worth it often in PUBG. Indonesia.
Sadly, yes.
Yeah.
The sacrifice is necessary.
It do be part of the game.
Yeah.
Dude, Indonesia is now
I'm so
place.
surprised they survived, honestly, coming down that ridgeline. I mean, I surely thought they were dead. I even said so. So I'm very happy to be proven wrong.
And they're in first place now. They're ahead of France. So this is
tied. Yeah,
what a day for them. This is so exciting.
Whew.
I'm so happy to see these guys do well. I've been casting, you know, here over in Asia when I get the opportunity to do some APAC tournaments and other stuff like Tede, Simoy in particular, been around for a really long time. I love to see them doing well. They're just such nice guys. When I bump into them at events, they're always happy to see me, always happy to be there. And to finally come through and make a statement here is really exciting.
Oh, they're stamping their ticket to the finals, no doubt.
No doubt. No doubt. Philippines playing this about as well as they can, to be honest.
Again, it's all gas, no brakes. I mean, the first fights at the beginning, we saw it against Team Canada. They were able to do work, but then they immediately got shredded in the third party because it's a caution to the win type of style, right? They don't really care if they get third party. In fact, they know they're going to get third party. They're just going to focus on the fight and hopefully take them out before they get got.
Right.
Which is, you know, it's a risky play style, but that is APAC in a nutshell.
Yeah, but if it works, you'll be feasting. Speaking of feasting, 8C at long range. You know, you were talking about kind of this tricky position that Indonesia was going to be in. They got out of that first one, now they're in another.
Yeah, this is going to be curtains, though. I just don't see them getting out of this. I don't care what team that is in their position.
Yeah, where do you go from here?
Yeah.
What cover is there on the other side of this hill? None.
Also, what I will say, I mean, as we kind of look at the Philippines here, that is the APAC style, but I feel like APAC has evolved so far past that. They're so much more intelligent about their pushes, right? Especially when we look at, you know, teams like Vietnam, but yeah, I feel like they're still kind of stuck in that old meta of APAC, as we see now just down to 4 teams. Is going to be Norway with 3, possibly 4 if they can get the res, and then Turkey with 3, India with 1, Philippines with 2.
Love to see Shaatbhai go absolutely nuclear here, but that grenade does about 30 points of damage.
7 kills for India, man. That's a big step up.
It's a really nice game. He's doing a good job here avoiding the initial grenade barrage, but there's just too many here for Norway. He got the knock on to James, but that one is good enough. Yeah, intends. Gonna be the one to finish the job. Highman does go down though. So they're down to 3.
Okay, 8C is getting busy here. Last 2 members of the Philippines trying to get rid of. They have the res going, so Norway looking poised to do quite a healthy amount of damage. It's really just getting down to Turkey is the issue. That's even if they need to, actually. Turkey's getting pushed out of their compound paper.
Yep. They can leave one player back as an anchor, I suspect.
Yeah.
In that shack that's on the edge. But otherwise, you got to push the edge of this hill to get underneath Norway, to give yourself some cover and some, you know, zone control. Norway knows it, but they can stay on top of this hill for a bit. Now that the Philippines is gone, they can wait this out a little bit.
Yep.
It is phase 8, so eventually, yeah, phase 9 goes center. It's going to leave this hill. They're going to have to fight downhill, but this gives them time to think about it, to talk it out.
And ultimately, the onus is onto them, right? Turkey holds center of circle. They have the anchor in Shilla. I just worry that Shilla gets knocked, because if that happens, that's the domino that's supposed to fall in order for Norway to actually take this game. Shilla cannot go down here.
He's got a Dragunov, too. Fantastic gun to have in this spot.
It's probably arguably the best gun to have in this situation as the anchor.
For sure. All right, let's see if Turkey can convert. Norway, impetus, like you said, is going to be on them. Win odds, 100%. Hello?
Well,
not sure what that was, but
they know something we don't.
I mean, okay, I'm about it if Norway wins.
Yeah.
It'd be hell of a push. Gonna gear up a little bit. Kind of curious how.
I love this reposition from Shilla.
Yeah, kind of curious how Norway wants to approach this fight. You kind of almost feel like they have to swing to the east side here, near where Crossberg is, but who knows? Maybe they just run off the edge, throw up the parachutes. I don't know.
I mean,
I'm joking, of course.
I don't think that's the first play they would make, but that'd be cool if they did, so I'm with you. That being said, it's on to intense here, and I love the way that at first they were split, right? Turkey was split, and then slowly they started to consolidate. Now they're playing the 2-1. They have Shilla still not playing necessarily an anchor, but playing somewhat isolated. And then they have Code Marco and Crossberg moving together, going for the trade. This is a straight on 3-on-3. The high ground advantage goes to Norway, but the circle advantage is certainly in favor of Turkey, as that Molotov is just going to barely miss.
Those are beautiful, though, in terms of just controlling the space that Norway can push. Still a lot of stuns, though, for Norway. They have 4. If they can get them to land before Turkey does, they might have an opportunity. Now they let loose. The barrage is here. Is it going to be enough to break Turkey open? No. Code Marco, good for the first. Looking for another. It's Crossberg. 8C on his own. He does get one, but he's so weak he's gone. Turkey gun to get the win here on Miramar. And continued strong performances in PNC for them.
Yeah, and it started with them getting that early compound in the valley. They knew that they weren't going to get a ton of kills from it initially, but what was going to be so important was just surviving to the end game. We saw them flex out. They went for the kills onto India when they were fighting, and they just continued to move forward. Great game for them, but also just a phenomenal game from Norway to navigate the chaos in the south.
It's really difficult to play those circles because of the angle of everything. There's so many opportunities for people to do damage to you, and even for Norway or whoever, everybody's kind of in the same boat.
Yeah.
And they navigated that.
And we saw that. I mean, even credit to Indonesia, again, for making it as far as they did. I did not think they were going to survive as much as they did, but we're going to take a look back, of course, to that game and kind of how it all started. That circle initially didn't look that bad. We thought it was going to be Cruzvaya, then it was a hardship to the south, which you stated. We've seen a lot of hardships today, and that's really when all the problems started. And it started here, especially for the Philippines, when they ran into Canada, got rid of them, but then had to worry about the teams above.
Yeah, no doubt. It's so difficult to fight on the edge in a circle like this, so a lot of teams just kind of cannibalizing each other there, just trying to find ways through. This is one of those fights where, you know, for a moment you thought, oh, Germany might just clean out Denmark, but they actually were able to turn that fight on its head. This was a beautiful one from India.
Yep.
Hard to play it better than they did.
Yeah, and to Poland's credit, I mean, they really didn't have any other play other than that, so they just went for it. They did get wipes. I think they got a couple kills out of that one, but yeah, it was really just Turkey, man. Again, the decision-making, the position, just getting Sheila off that angle at the end. Again, I was saying how worried I was about him getting knocked. They didn't even let that be an issue.
Yeah, hey, you would know, especially on, you know, the players that are on Turkey, like, a lot of them have been around for a while.
Yeah.
You know, they've been playing PUBG esports for quite some time. They've had some experience at the global level in some cases, so.
Especially with Eternal Fire, so.
Yeah, there's not much doubt in my mind that Turkey can do some damage as this tournament goes through. But so far, 5 maps in, 1 more to go today. Great start. I think, as per usual in PUBG esports, some teams you expected to kind of be doing what they're doing, and some teams to kind of surprise you.
Fall off the wayside, yeah. I mean, quite literally, we've had some teams that we did not expect to do poorly. Denmark being the biggest one, just kind of really struggling. Now, in that game, I feel like they did kind of get their footing, but even then, third party, again, it's just, they just can't catch a break.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes in PUBG. I mean, it's hard to guess what the other teams around you are going to do and what the nature of the lobby is going to be, all that kind of, right. You got to get a feel for it as the day goes on.
So 1 game left. We're obviously going to be heading into our final Miramar for the day. And we need to see some big point ups from teams like Denmark, right? We need to see a lot from India. That last game was a good start. They were able to get a wipe on a Team Poland, but still, there's a lot of points they need to make up. And now with the changing of the guard, Indonesia taking first place, right? That's going to be even more competitive towards the top. Now, we have to see if any of the top teams are going to cannibalize points in this last game and make that cutoff even more feasible for the teams that are struggling, but you can't count on that if you are one of those teams.
Right. You need every point you can get now, and you're seeing teams be a little more opportunistic. We saw Denmark.
Yeah.
They knew they needed those points, so they started going for those fights, and that makes tons of sense. Absolutely what you should be doing, and that's going to be kind of the name of the game here is, those teams that are towards the bottom, where can you find those moments? Where can you find those opportunities, and can you collect?
And we saw that from Sweden, right? Fuzzface was in the blue for almost an eternity, but he was being a nuisance to Poland as well as to teams like India. That's why they were so focused on Sweden, because they were still getting knocks and they were still kind of getting 1 or 2 kills here, and they were just really kind of pissing them off. Like, please, just get rid of Sweden so we can continue. But that's what you have to do if you're a team like Sweden. That's what you have to do if you're a team like India and you're struggling. You have to go for every single point, even if it's ratting in the blue. That's a very viable strat, and it works.
For sure, for sure. Absolutely. So we will get ready here for our next Miramar. And our last game of the day, believe it or not, coming up pretty shortly. Let's take a look at what happened in terms of, well, soon we're going to take a look at what happened with some of the damage numbers.
Yeah, the match points and what our leaderboard actually looks like, right? Because we did get a brief chance, but I also am curious to see like what teams who needed to get points, besides India, actually were able to accrue a few points here or there, whether it be kills or just good positioning in the early game.
For sure. I'm a little worried for Japan. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, you said it. Start of the day, great. They had that really great early position on military base. They ended up getting circle center. And the one thing I've noticed as well is their playstyle hasn't really changed much over the years. It's center over anything, right? Yeah. And so that works sometimes, and while in that first game it did, I really need to see them start to win their team fights, right? I've been harping on India as well for that, but Japan, they have such good macro sense, but they need to put it together with the team fights.
Agreed. I was hoping I'd see, after that first game, I had some hope because I saw them reach out with that 2-2 split.
They did, yeah. That was beautiful.
That, to me, I was like, that's a good play. You have good ideas. You're making, I'll call them somewhat aggressive plays. I'm not going to call it
we'll call it proactive.
There you go. Yeah. That's a better word. I like that better. So, okay, you're doing that, but you're not really like...
They're not capitalizing on it.
Yeah. And now they've kind of turtled. Like, they've kind of gone into their shell instead of...
I don't want to see that happen.
Yeah.
I don't want to see them trying something out of their comfort zone and somewhat finding success as far as just putting pressure on teams. But then as soon as it doesn't work, they're right back to, hey, we just need to sit in the same compound, sit center circle, and just hope that we keep catching 9. Like,
Right.
it's just not going to work, especially with the level of teams. And they proved last year that that's not the team they are anymore. They
Right.
were able to be so much more dynamic. They were able to be so much more involved and impactful in team fights, but haven't seen it so far today. They still have 1 game left today. They still have more games tomorrow, but they
do.
really got to tighten it up.
Oh yeah, it's going to take a pretty big bounce back, I think, at this point. That's where I start to get worried. It needs, like, I don't know if they have it in them to accelerate enough. If that
And
makes
that's
sense.
fair. And that's fair. And
I hate. And
that's
I
just
wish
based on what we've seen from them in the
Yes.
past as well.
it is just historically the way that things have gone. That's the trend. I would love to be proven wrong. If I could go down there and be a coach and just kick them in the butt, I would. I'm not allowed to do that.
I mean, they're right there. Nothing's stopping you.
Well, other than the fact that, well, I mean, that's true. I mean, I might make production a little angry if I just ran down to the stage and started, yelling at players, but
I think they'll forgive you.
they probably would. I think at this point, like, I'm almost like, yeah, it's like a tenured professor where you just can't get fired anymore. Like, no matter what I do,
It's like, oh, it's just him. It's just the bald one. Just let him do what he wants.
look, he's okay. He's been here long enough. We trust him.
Yeah, I mean, as we were just looking, though, another team that I'm pretty happy with overall is Canada. They're getting in the mix. They're getting into early game fights.
They're winning most of them.
They're winning most of them. Really, the trouble comes when they get 1 or 2 knocked and then the third party comes. But that's kind of been everyone's issue today. The third parties have been coming so fast because teams are really setting up for that, really setting up for the punishes, especially with how some of these circles and hardships have gone. And so that's just what they have to do, and they're making good use of their positioning, and again, they're winning the team fight. Even in that last one, they made it scrappy, right? When Philippines caught them in El Azahar, they made sure that they at least delayed them, took time, they got a knock, they at least got 1 trade back before eventually getting wiped.
For sure. I think the Philippines played a good game there. I like their ideas where they didn't like overcommit to anything early. Like Turkey drives by them and they're like, yeah, whatever, bro. We're going to go after that second circle shift. Like, we're going to control that edge that you were talking about, how important it is on the edge of El Azahar. And then, like, we're going to set up for that. It was challenged by Canada. They end up winning it. They get deeper into the game. I think their deepest replacements are pretty close to, at least. Meanwhile, James trying to help out his teammates with a little help from the fan.
Yeah, we do apologize. There is a small delay, but we are going to get things going here in just a moment. Thank you for sticking with us, folks. Make sure you guys are also checking your fantasy rosters, see how you're doing. I actually haven't even checked mine yet.
I don't want to look. I have
It's
Shen.
in shambles. I have Shen as well. We both.
You know, I did do one thing today, though. I did pick up Needix.
I had Vard. Oh, you picked up you cheeky. Cheeky.
I just felt something in me. I also think I picked up Algin Bots.
Really? That
He's
actually
not
wouldn't
doing
be a bad
great.
pick.
He's doing okay.
As long as you didn't, there's got to be something in that mouse pad of Nedex.
Yeah, what do you think? What does he got? What did he smuggle in there?
I don't know. He smuggled something in there, but the confidence is high. These boys are firing on all cylinders. That's what you love to see. Fex, as well as the UK, they're doing fine as well. They're doing just fine.
I think you should be relatively happy with most of what's gone on for the UK today. That last game, not their best, but again, you're going to have that no matter what in PUBG Esports. It's nearly impossible to run 6 games in a row where you're like top 4 and getting 10 kills. You know what I mean?
Well, their worst game, I think, was in 8th place. So, I mean, they're doing just fine. Top 8, if that's your worst, it could be a lot worse, as we see the top 4 teams here currently. That last game, it was 7 kills for Turkey, again, in a position where they really had no right getting 7 kills. We saw them flex out, and they were able to close out that game. 1,200 damage. Norway was really kind of the big movers with Indonesia. Again, 9 and 11 kills respectively, and 2K damage. But look at the full squad time difference in that from Norway to Indonesia. 28, literally double the time for Norway, and still 11 kills for Indonesia. That's what impresses me.
Dude, that's a really good point. They're playing out of their minds today.
They are. They absolutely are.
Love to see it. They're taking space really well. They're controlling their territory. Everything you could want in terms of PUBG Esports stuff, that's about as good as it gets. Man of the match will go to Code Marco there. 2 kills. A lot of damage, actually. 5-2-4.
That's a very healthy amount of damage.
You'll take that. Point contribution, 30%. Yeah.
Again, kills don't always tell the whole story. And with that position, too, I mean, they didn't have all the angles, but when teams were in their purview, they were making sure they were punishing. And you can see that right there, obviously, with only 2 kills, but doing over 500 damage there is Code Marco, the Eternal Fireman himself.
But yeah, I think more importantly, it's just in terms of 2 impactful like macro decisions they made to reach out, to go for points. I don't know what phase it was, 6, 5, whatever. Go up that hill, come back. They still have 3 up.
I think it was the phase when India had just wiped Poland.
Yeah.
So like 5.
Yeah, it sounds
4 or
about
5,
right.
something like
whatever.
that. Yeah, whatever.
And then the decision to leave Shilla behind just a little bit, and then, you know, we do okay. Yeah, so everything you could want out of, you know, you're given that position, you're given the win condition, and you basically do everything you can with it.
Yeah, and then even like pulling Shilla, right? They could have left him as anchor. Even with Blue coming, they could have maybe tried to go for a knock, but no. Not only did they pull him, but then they played like a 2-1 split on the bottom of that ridge. They made sure that the 2 were there for the trade. Shilla still somewhat stayed behind to make sure that there was no collateral with a nade, or he could, you know, go for that final push, maybe go for a flank if they were preoccupied with the other 2 members. So again, just really great decision making overall. That's something that I expect from Turkey, especially with the experience that they have on that roster, and they didn't fail.
Yeah, absolutely. Love to see it. A lot of good stuff here, but things getting a little heavy at the top. A lot of teams kind of running away with some of these points, so you're already kind of looking towards the middle of the pack to see what they're going to do. You know, Canada's in that mix, Poland's in there, so what are we going to see from them in these next couple, you know, or well, one more game today?
Yeah, and we kind of saw, again, shades of Chinese Taipei making it into the late game. That's something we criticized, or at least I criticized them earlier in the day, just not really making it and having issues with team fights, but they at least managed to get 2 up, I think, all the way up into Circle 6 before they eventually fell, so that some more placement points going their way. But look, if this is really Leo's last event, which I believe him when he says it is, I just want to see them go balls to the wall. I want to see them go all out. I know that's not their play style. I know generally players on that team from different teams like Gex and others tend to play more passive. But this is a really big opportunity to let Leo shine, set him up for those kills, and just have him go out with a bang.
Agreed. That's like, you know, what you want to see just as a fan of competition. You know, when it's a player's last hurrah, you want to see them go out on a high note. You want to see them, you know, kind of leave on that that top level. Is definitely what we would prefer, but all the other players and teams want to, you know, do their best too. So it's not always given. You have to go and take it. And Germany, I don't know where we're at right now.
They have been doing solid overall. They have 2 second places. They have a 12th.
They must be doing all right then.
They're doing just fine. Yeah, Germany is up there for sure. They really haven't had too many kind of disaster games. If anything, Chris is bolting in the few early games. We saw them get kills, saved them with points. Their ability to control edge constantly has gotten them into that second place spot, not only based on placements, really it's based on kills. They're just killing everyone on the edge, and that's been working for them, so there's no reason for them to not keep doing what they're doing. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Right. What a drop-off, though. That first PNC, that team was so good.
Oh, it was disgusting.
Oh, man. And since then, we just haven't been able to find that same magic. Maybe Joshy's the cure for their struggles. Norway's fine.
Yeah, their first Norway's fine.
They're fine.
Like, I just threw that in there. But yeah, I mean, their very first outing, Canada got 3rd place, and that was a stacked team for Canada. That was Maluk, Drassel, K-Mind, and Moody. That was a disgusting team for Canada. So getting, and I was talking to K-Mind earlier, he's like, dude, we didn't even play that good. We just got lucky. So Canada definitely has a storied history here, at least at PNC. Fielded one of the better rosters we've seen. So we see the Norway fans.
I had a chance to see those guys outside earlier. They're fired up, man. I think they're going to be here like the whole week.
I cannot wait. So, I mean, it is a little more intimate here with the survival stage, right? It's not open to the public quite yet, or the majority of it. But, man, the finals with the crowd here is going to be absolutely electric, especially with the performances that we're going to have. I won't spoil it for those of you who don't know, but I would highly check out or implore you to check out who's going to be performing here on the finals.
It's announced publicly. Everybody knows. I don't know. I mean, look, I live here. I'm kind of like, I'm sort of just kind of dead to the whole K-pop thing. It's not like I don't hate it. It's not the way I feel. I'm just like, it's all over the place.
To it. Yeah.
I hear it all over the place. It's in like every
for me,
convenience store.
Live, let me tell you, I've never seen a K-pop crew live. I don't really listen to K-pop, but I will tell you that I'm excited.
Yeah, you should be. It'll be great. It'll be fun. I mean, look, I'll enjoy the show. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, you'll be part of it.
Yeah,
You'll be part of it.
yeah. They're gonna drag me out of there,
Dude, I
Paper
would
then
love
dance,
to
and I'm
see you
just
dance on that stage.
flopping around like
Come
a
on.
dead fish. Like,
Come on, Paper. I think we make a case. I think we join the K-pop group. I think we're backup dancers.
yeah.
I
They'll
think it'll-
totally allow it.
Of course they will. Why wouldn't-
Yeah, so we're sorry, guys. We're trying to get the game ready. We are doing our best here. So just hang on with us. I've heard we're just about there. So just sit tight. But yeah, I saw K-pop Demon Hunters. That was pretty good. I watched that.
Okay.
It was
I don't know what that is, but I'll
It's a
take your word for
Netflix
it.
animation thing.
Oh, okay.
It was good. It's worth watching. Like, if you liked Frozen or like that kind of thing, it's in a similar vibe, I
fair.
suppose. It has good music, I guess, if you like K-pop. Again,
The thing that gets me about K-pop is, like, even if I don't necessarily know a group, their songs are just so damn catchy, right? It's so hard.
yeah.
Like, once you hear a K-pop song, it's it. Like, it's just ingrained in your memory for at least a good few weeks. There's nothing you can do to get it out of there.
oh god. Well, this is why, like, I go into convenience stores here and it's just blasting K-pop
yeah,
all the
sure.
time, and it's just like I'm screwed because I'll just hear a song and I'm like, and I'm just like, it's in my head for the rest of the day. I'm like, no, I just
can
had
see-
to go to the convenience store, didn't I?
I could see you skipping down the street whistling some K-pop.
Yeah, totally. Every day. Just
Look at those beautiful boys.
They are. I hope they find some success, I guess. But I also don't want to like root against anybody.
Oh,
I'm just a fan of people playing well.
Yeah, well, for me too, like, seeing Mimi and Gustav just not being able to play to the potential they want to, and more importantly, like, I've really been wanting to see Keter pop off. And
Yeah.
we just have not had the opportunity to do so, so I'm really hoping that we are going to get that at some point, hopefully in this last game, if not today, at some point tomorrow. I want to see what all the hype behind Keter is all about. I trust Martin when he says that kid is the truth. He's very up and coming, he's very underrated, and yeah, we just haven't had the opportunity to see it happen yet.
You trust Martin. Those are dangerous words.
Words that I often don't speak, I'll say that, but in this case, when it comes to players, because I mean, you can see it, he obviously cares a lot about these players, we all do. You can see the passion, so
For sure.
in one of the rare instances, I trust Martin.
I do too. He usually has a pretty good eye for these kind of things. So definitely looking forward to it. I'm seeing players like get engaged, get into their seats, square up to their monitors, and try to get themselves ready for one more Miramar.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, this has actually been a really good thing for them while we fill, as we are about to head finally into the last game of the day, the final Miramar of day one here at PNC 2025. More importantly, this gave those teams that desperately needed it, Clint, a break.
Yeah.
To reinvigorate, figure out what they need to do, re-strategize, and just go for broke in this final game.
That's what we're open for. We're open for a banger here to close out the first day of PNC 2025. We are ready to rock and roll. Okay. I was just pouring over some stats here while we had a second. Who do you think is our kill leader so far today?
Is it Nedex?
It is not. He's close. You're very close. This shocked me. I'll put it that way. I was very surprised.
Actually, hold on a second. I'm not going to cheat.
Okay.
I want to say it's a player from Indonesia. Is it?
Believe it or not, it's not.
Okay, then I give up. Who is it?
It's Chris.
Really?
Chris has 12 kills.
Holy.
Chris is
I mean, that actually makes sense. He has been
Chris is popping. Nedex has 10, and Tens has 10 for Norway.
Yeah, Intense has been great, man, for Norway. Absolutely great for that team.
Fuzzface has 11. Simoy has 11, so he's close.
Okay.
You were almost there.
I was on the right track, as we have a hot drop here between Spain and Malaysia in Cruz de Valle, or not Cruz, excuse me, all the way down
Vaidamar.
at Vaidamar.
I've done that
all
before.
Places. It's the Valles, man.
I know.
The Valles get me.
The Valles have violated us.
It was good. I like
Thanks.
that.
Yeah. What is going on with
True
Malaysia
wordsmith.
today, dude? They're just like everywhere they go, there's something happening in the beginning of the games.
Well, I also feel like, too, this is just a symptom of, like, you know what, let's just drop immediately, get down, get loot. I don't think they were expecting Spain, and that is a journey that they're about to have to take to that next circle that's going to be centered up just around Hacienda.
All right. Let's see if Japan, give it another center circle, can get a little bit further, do a little bit more damage. That's where my attention immediately goes, as they're at the bottom. 9 points for them, 10 for Denmark, 10 for Spain, 14 for Malaysia here. So this fight as well, massively important.
In a weird way, there's an opportunity here for Canada if they realize that the distance is fairly great, but if they can see those knocks between Malaysia and Spain, I mean, there's an opportunity for them.
James trying to drive away. It doesn't seem like Algenbots wants to chase that. Oh, up on the church. They're trying to sneak Shen underneath here.
Yeah. And if they get him over, that'd be great. The nade is going to come. They'll probably have an idea of where that came from. He's going to put some damage on Arbifact, so he's going to back up for now. But it's just such a weird place to fight. It's also just so far from circle. I mean, with recall, it could be worth it. So, you know what? That's fair.
That's the whole thing now, is like the calculus of hot dropping has massively changed. James, hello?
Hello? Philippines? James? Norway?
I thought this fight was done. James has got to get out of there. Algen looking for the one tap, so James.
What is going on?
Algen wasn't ready for that. James stopped, got out and shot him with the SLR, and he was already so weak. Now it's up to 10 trip for Philippines. Yeah, what is happening?
This is shades of Game 6 scrims. Things are starting to go off the rails. But
Well,
Intense now coming to support, and that is a naked SLR.
Game 6. It is always like this, seemingly.
Yeah.
Just,
Oh, 10 trip, that was gross.
yo. He's hit some bangers today.
Yeah, he really has.
I love
Honestly,
it.
every member of the Philippines at some point is hit. I mean, they're just constantly involved. There's no way he's iron sight driving by, trying to hit that. That is just absolute insanity.
Of course. Well, why not? I mean, his James after all. Oh, ooh, that angle.
Dude, he's getting these points.
He is. He is. He's got him. Oh, Mome. James is in trouble, though. Stuck behind this tree. Canada's not too far away. Sweden's above him.
Yeah, it might be best to just try to grab those chips and get out. The problem is his vehicle is just getting lambasted by bullets. In fact, he's out of tires in the rear.
Well, the good news is 10 Trip ran out of bullets.
Yeah, that is the only saving grace.
Send 10 Trips like just anything, any 5.5 on the ground, please, please, please. Or just switch guns. Actually switch to the SKS because he saw some 7.6 there. Oh no, oh no. Okay. Okay, all right, well, that was weird. All of a sudden, Malaysia just comes running into the church. Spain was ready for it. Empty, trying to hold the line.
Stood by the altar. Oh, Demolizer is going to flush out Shen and Jervis. 2 down. The knock is going to be traded there. Now it's just IMP'd and Empty in a 2-on-2.
A chance here. Empty, so weak, has one first aid.
This nade could be everything.
Oh my God, if that's on the money, they're in trouble. It just bounces too far. And he's in trouble now. He got knocked, he got taken down to half bleeding status. IMP scrambling.
He's got to back up.
Oh,
does he?
Oh no. What a reposition from Arbifact.
Yeah, that's actually huge. The amount of time he just bought his team, that's going to be a full recovery for them. Doesn't it? Even if he goes down, he's safe from getting flushed, so that's fine. And the rest of the team should recover. Hey, he's not going to go down, though. He's going to find it. Beautifully done. And the struggles for Malaysia today continue as they end in 14th place for the day.
That is shocking to me. But, you know, it's the consequence of, you know, when you're just fighting early and often, whether it's your fault or not.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm glad you brought that up because I don't even think they wanted to necessarily fight that early in most of the games that they didn't end up getting in a fight.
Part of it's just, you know, these teams are here for the first time. You know, for Spain, what's there to lose, right? In some ways, but also because of the recall system, you're happy to fight for spots you like because you have a lot more leeway.
Yeah. I am at least happy for Spain to come out with the dub because it's been a struggle for them. So it is at the expense of Malaysia, but that is much needed for them, those 4 points.
For sure. Well, now they're out of Malaysia. So
Yeah.
they got that going for them. Canada scooted on by. Did James end up falling? He did. Norway's done. It's off camera there. Canada. This is southwest of Minas. Not too far from the graveyard. You can see Minas in the distance. And a few of the graveyard buildings just up ahead. As that is wide open for the taking for them. You do have Turkey up in that like C block compound that's just to the east of the graveyard. So something to consider. It is kind of annoying to try to fight teams that are up there because they have great positioning on you.
Well, not only that, there's so many different angles they can take just for this same angle that you're on while you're looking to see where essentially it's like whack-a-mole, right? You just have to guess.
And you're just stuck behind these hills. Like you're either stuck in the abbey of the graveyard.
It's miserable.
Yeah,
fighting that is miserable.
Yeah, and you're gonna lose a tire there. So now you got a player that's kind of also stuck a bit for Canada.
So
he is the GOAT. Cappy?
He is the GOAT.
That's your rival player? Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, at least Cappy's leg isn't broken this time.
Right? Wasn't it, what was it, a football incident?
I don't remember. It was so long ago, but by that I mean like 2 years ago.
That's long for us, though. Ooh, Adam, clean. Rupesh will go down. That's going to be a flush. We actually didn't really get to talk about the circle. It looks all fair and dandy and fun and now, but it is close to Death Valley. But more importantly, we talked about some of the worst circles in Miramar, one of which being the one we had last game. The one that centers on Hacienda and the area to the east of it is one of those awful circles that is difficult to play, and it's one of the worst because there is nothing but open space, and if you're not already one of the established teams in that area east of Hacienda, you're pretty much dead.
You're right. It is a lot of fields and other stuff out there that's not easy to play. Germany split, but not much should be coming out of this situation. I don't see any teams behind them. Should just be kind of whatever for now. Spain driving in. They do actually have Chinese Taipei just a bit ahead of them. Chinese Taipei, like their colors blend into the map. So I was like,
yeah,
what is this? Is this like a? It's like it almost looks like a sandworm from Dune. Like on the map, like just kind of snaking along there underneath the ground. There's space there on the western side, but you're seeing a lot of teams like group up around Hacienda.
Yeah.
But nobody's like on the north. Everybody's kind of assuming that this is going to end up going south-ish or center.
Ish, yeah. I mean, France is in a great split. It's kind of hard to support each other from there, but why I like this is because they have such good agency on whatever the next shift is going to be. Whether they consolidate one side or another, or they can even just hold, right? That compound specifically that Balzac is in is just hands down the strongest compound in these circles centered around Hacienda.
The one with the warehouse and
it has an open
compound.
warehouse and then the concrete Prado.
Yeah.
But we're not going there, so it doesn't matter. Everything I just said is useless.
This is a little unexpected in a way, over towards San Martin. So a lot of this western edge actually open for the taking here. Chinese Taipei, Spain, actually really loving to see this, whether they know it or not. Hacienda proper going to be reclaimed by Japan as they put their cars in the garage. And
France.
Again, little peacocking. But oh yeah, France showed up.
France is not far behind though. Yeah, they actually pulled up right underneath them.
Dale is up in the air. He's just got out of his parachute right above this too. Oh no, Nidix sees him. That is not the player I would want to have shooting at me right now. They can't find the damage. Oh boy, that is playing with fire.
Oh, and it looks like, yeah, they are trying to see exactly where he plans on landing so they can maybe just pick him out. Just pluck him out like a cherry out of the sky.
Oh yeah.
Sweet, yeah, and they get him. Yeah, Nailcop is down. That just sucks if you're him. Great on France to find that point, but very unfortunate for Nailcop.
I mean, it's not great for Turkey, but there is that compound you were just talking about open now because France left it. At least there's that to backfill, but
I mean, now would be the time though. I don't know if they're looking at it, but the The fact that that compound is still open right now in this circle is a huge opportunity for any of the teams that are stuck on the south or the east.
Just kind of curious if they'll kind of figure it out. 10 trip, he's just going to drive way around. I think at this point, looking to find some edge of the circle where there's as little congestion as possible. And he's, I think, reading it correctly. If my just anticipation of where he's driving and why he's driving there is correct. Here's that replay. Woo. Shooting those beatsies.
Those are not easy shots to hit either, so.
He's shooting a good 20, 30 feet in front of him. That's crazy hard. Oh, did he go for the res? He got the res. Oh.
Did they actually get him?
My goat. Let's go. He did. It's activated. I can see it flashing.
Yeah. So he, wow, 10 trip. Not only does he clutch, stay alive, gets 2 kills, but he brings back essentially his entire team.
Love it. Okay, the recall system.
Man, they needed, I wish we had recalls sooner. I wish there was recalls
back when you were playing. Yeah, I was gonna say. I bet you wish you did.
I really do.
Well, look at Mac and Dark up on top of India there. I don't think much will come of that. At least not initially, not until India has to move, which is very likely the next circle. Just have to wait and see. Nedex already got the one, looking for more. But he is way out there. Oh my God. I mean, this spot is actually safe. There's this divot here in between, but
he still has to be careful though. Going down here is less than ideal for France. As you can see, everyone else has tentatively found a spot in the circle. Sweden has a large majority of control on the south, so it's great for them if it does happen to go there, but you can see everyone else is kind of huddling around San Martin, including Chinese Taipei, which you're right, is very difficult to see with those colors.
I know, they just blend in so well on the map.
Okay,
oh my God.
It's gonna be a San Martin circle. It has been a minute since we've seen one of these.
Just end in the city. I love city finishes as a caster. They're fun as hell, usually.
Usually. I mean, San Martin is a pretty diverse city. You have a lot of different elevations, a lot of different building types. And then you have that whole South Road that, you know, offers a lot of opportunities for flanks. So you got the 5-story. Yeah, it's a lot. San Martin's it's a diverse city. I actually don't mind these. I don't mind these engines at all.
Yeah, it's north of San Martin is where things get weird.
Yes, agreed.
There's too much flatness. There's just not.
Well, it's this god compound that you usually get. If you're not in that and it's north, you're SOL.
Dude, Nedex continuing his reign of terror, but he got shot in the back, and he actually gets driven by and run over. Adam hits a headshot with a scar from the car. Finna puts him down. Japan now under pressure. UK making their attempt to breach. It's pretty doable, though. There's just so much space you have to control if you're trying to control all of Hacienda.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's very difficult, even as a full 4-man, to just control this. There's so many different options for teams to not only just breach the compound, but just find angles on you, as well as, you know, the third-party threat is always there because, again, any one side of Hacienda is very easily pushed as long as the fight is happening on either side of that compound.
And because it's up on a plateau, it makes it even worse because like teams will just get underneath that hill and then kind of wait. And then you're like,
and then you're fighting a team you didn't even know was there. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it can be frustrating. One thing I will say about that Nedex France play though is I really like that. I like that they're confident. They know that they're doing really well, and Nedex was not afraid to go down. Right. It's flex plays and confidence plays like that that make me really think that they actually have a real good shot of playing consistently in the finals as well.
Well, it was UK just trying to bypass this problem, but they ran into another one. It's T-Bone finding Adam there with the barrel, going for the heal, but while this is all going on, Japan was able to harass, do some damage in. Finna letting loose with the util. Fex takes a chunk of it, but he's already ahead of Finna's move. Gets the knock there. Traded onto T-Bone, but these should be some free points. Shin in the smoke looking for the cooked grenade. Can't really find much out of it that I can see.
Yeah, he's just going to molly his teammate, and he's going to get the knock-on effect. Smart. I mean, his teammate was already dead. Why not? In fact, Adam was probably calling on it, just molly me.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Great communication there from Canada. Michael, alive, explicit, dealing with India now. Take some damage.
Okay, Spain again coming alive. 6 kills so far in this game. They had a great finish last game. You said they needed it.
Ooh. Well, okay. I was like, did that frag land anywhere close? Oh, it's a blue zone. Oh, the instant re-knock after the res. Great timing there from Shin.
Yeah.
It is going to be a San Martin circle, I think. We are blessed. Hashtag blessed. Hashtag thank you, PUBG.
You know we control the circles. Come on.
We do.
Come on, baby.
Little do people know. I actually have like a button under my desk. It's just like, it's like, you know how when you like have a bank robbery? Mine's like
the tellers
city
button?
circle,
Yeah, yeah.
city circle. Yeah, yeah. Totally.
It's abnormally large, but I feel like it's a little too big, compensating for something, but you know, it's there nonetheless, as we see Muk and Japan now have to somewhat move outside of Hacienda. And where are they going to go? France also has opted to go for this southern warehouse. Oh, they're going to get kind of shredded up, though. 10 trip is no joke, as Denmark as well having to survive here. Beamy down, Dofi trying to get him up.
Yeah, they're out. This is northeast edge of the circle. Germany is angled towards this as well. You can see them off screen. Poland holding the line for now. Beamy res. Ketter up next. Dolphy doing his best as the medic. Trying to get everybody back up and running so they can somehow, some way find a way into this. Think about how crazy this could be if Philippines end up winning this game, by the way. They get everybody back. Here comes Japan. Oh my God, they're running right into this building. There's nobody here for Poland. They're all on the other side.
Yeah, but what's waiting for Poland is going to be a Panzerfaust if Muk so sees one. He's got to be careful in this building, though. It gets very claustrophobic, and the closer you are, the backblast could just knock you or a teammate.
It's true. See it all the time where, okay, yeah, you killed me with the Panzer, but you killed yourself.
You got me, but you also knocked 2 of your teammates. I don't know if it was worth it. And we have seen that, unfortunately. Or fortunately, you know, if you like chaos and you're a terrible person.
You
and you prey on the downfall of others.
Calling Rello out? Is that what's going on? No.
I would never.
Yeah, me neither. Poland just chilling. Time here on Poland's side, at least for now.
For now, yeah. Tentatively. I mean, but you can see Germany is just, as you've stated before, licking their lips. They're looking to see if any one of these 3 teams, because again, that is Poland, Denmark, and Japan all sitting in the same combat. This is almost looking like a European meeting. What's going on?
Right? Well,
or regional, I should say. They all just clump in the same compound.
I think there was a res for Team UK. In a recall. I'm pretty sure. That looks like one to me.
Yep, they're coming down quite nude. They need to get gear as fast as possible, and I don't think Shin is going to allow that to happen.
He shouldn't. Beamy in the house. Poland upstairs. Denmark wants to clear. They have to go through so much though. Here does Denmark. Shin. Nice job to get one.
That was so well played though. The bait and switch. One getting knocked is worth it as long as the other found something, and sure enough they did. Meanwhile, Poland still in this compound, just smoked out. Vision is absolutely zero here for all the teams. It's really just Germany waiting.
Oh, this is a decent molly. It's a really nice molly. That should be a knock. Oh my goodness, it's actually Run AX from Japan. Getting out ahead of that just a little bit, throwing some util now. And that is going to be points going over to Japan. They need those so desperately, but so does Denmark. They've got Dolman. Mook, hello? There you go. Got some damage in at the very least. Beamy forced back. Marsalek trying to hold this Panzer out. Oh, it doesn't get the knock.
It hit the wall. So fortunate there for Marsalek, as now it looks like Denmark getting involved. Beamy coming around the other side. Dofi as well. The last 2 members left alive, but it's going to be Fevin that's going to find Dofi.
Japan hanging on.
Yeah.
They're fighting. They've got the better angle. They've got the circle a little bit more in their favor. They need to get this res through, though. Phase 5 blue on its way. Ah, yes. Our favorite thing in PUBG for the last couple of years. Watching Beamy heal in the blue.
It's a staple, okay?
It is. It's a must. We must have it.
Well, you can see that Germany must have ran out of patience, because they have actually just come off This fight, and to be fair, most of this fight was happening on the east side of the compound, so they really didn't have vision, and pushing into that is kind of pointless.
Yeah.
Especially with all the chaos and smoke. So I like this decision from Germany. Just unfortunate they couldn't get points or rewarded for their proactivity.
You know, they might in the long run.
Sure.
They just, wow, Marsalek stole it. Brex just gets that knock, and immediately Marsalek shows up with a pump shotgun. Says, thanks you very much. Michael from downtown hitting some shots on Nagoni, going to take him out, and all of a sudden Japan took these fights, and they're crumbling. Marsalek out on the hill. Michael, again, looking for another. Oh my God, Marsalek.
Okay. I'm calling a foul on that play.
Yellow card on that one.
Okay, is it going to sail?
Please.
It looks good. No, it hits the rock. Opportunity there, but wasn't to be, as Marsalek still must move. He has smokes for now to move in, but that's going to be a spray for Michael, and no chance does Marsalek make it in. That's going to be a cleanup easy, as you like, for Michael.
Great hold from him, and he has also given UK hope. You know, they've got 4 back up. Okay, we're just straight into San Martin.
Yeah, it's just...
Heck yeah.
On the east side, too, I feel like normally when we see these San Martin circles, they kind of favor towards the hill, towards the top side of that plateau to the northwest, but this one's actually going more towards Hacienda, and I'm all for it. There's good terrain there. There's that one big warehouse we currently see Indonesia in, and then you have a lot of room to work with on the south. But unfortunately, the south is kind of busy. It's going to be India, France, and then Sweden that have to make not only that initial push into what's left of the south side of the road, but then they're probably going to have to rotate into the north after that.
I'm actually a bit worried for the Philippines because
I
of
am
that.
as well. So many teams are about to come crashing on top of them.
And they're too split. I think they're actually kind of spread out too thin for this circle. I think if they kind of figure this out, if they reason how many players are still alive, it might be able to, condense a little bit more. Oh, that grenade is good. Right on top of T-Bone. Turkey starting to really barrel down on top of the UK. Vex trying to get away, and he cannot. It's actually Germany who's going to claim that. Wow, Code Marco instantly turns his sights on to Zareth. Gets the double tap onto him. Hot and spicy in the back, though. Going to send them forward. Oh, it's Chris.
Oh, what a laser. Woo. Okay. He was pro, but still, nonetheless impressive. And he's got a suppressor on that, so no help at all on the muzzle side of things. As it's Chris has been a hero for this team time and time again. Can he do the same now? Recall system is now disabled as we have headed into circle number 6. So we won't see any more reses.
I have learned to never doubt it's Chris. I have just accepted that every once in a while, he is just going to do something miraculous, and you're just going to be in awe.
I mean, he's still saving his team right now, and you could argue, have no business being saved.
Oh,
That's going to be shots in the toesies, but they're still up. He got the res off in time. Micah just needs to get the first aid off, and then he's tentatively safe.
All right. Sweden had to send most in the car. They're going to leave Fuzzface as an anchor behind, but they've established control of this hill. This is a nice move. This is a nice angle. Code Marco dealt with quickly. Shilla on the outside of those smokes. Not sure if he's been spotted or not, but I think they sense it. Oh my God, what in the world? What in the world is that, Max? Max got a Lynx, and he got 2.
And that is the, third, fourth Lynx we've seen today, and I'm all about it. That gun is so fun to use. Just aim, click, and delete. You don't even need to get a headshot. That thing will just bury anything, as long as it's a chest.
Yeah, it's so good. They're losing players down the hill, though. It's actually the Philippines who are doing the damage from their compounds inside of San Martin. So now you're trying to just get into the circle somehow, some way, but Philippines just not allowing it. Try a different direction. I don't think it's going to be too much more successful there for Balzac.
Yeah, probably not. And the unfortunate thing here for India is they actually have an opportunity to cross earlier when Philippines was kind of distracted, but now that circle's posted, I mean, you have to imagine Algenboss is just going to be trained onto that angle to his west.
This is working out for the Philippines. I was worried about this split, but nobody ever got the opportunity to crash them, so they chill.
Yeah, there was always the threat of either Calbs or Algenbots going down, depending on which side got crashed first. But again, it just never happened, and part of it was probably because they stopped it from happening. But look at this. Samoy once again gets a double here onto Spain. He is absolutely cold today.
He is on one. This is some of the best I've ever seen from him, and I love to see it. Setsuna, they're able to follow up with the blue zones to confirm those kills. Now you're looking to make sure that Spain is down and out. Not exactly sure if they know that Abrafak went way to the other side, kind of hedging the bets there a little bit for Spain. Indonesia doing a great job. A lot to work with here for Sweden in terms of boxes on the ground to pick up stuff from. Can they get any further forward? It's just Trick left, and I think he's abandoning this, or he should abandon this position, I suspect. He's got a three-man.
Trick is a great player, but holding off 3 members of Sweden in that warehouse is unlikely.
Unless they don't know he's there.
Yeah. Which they're actually, I mean, surely they have to clear this, right? There's no way they just try to move forward unless they find a window to get into the building that TD is in.
Could be. All right.
No, surely with this angle, no, it's too strong, and Trick almost gets the knock on a Fuzz. That nade, though, might be good if it's cooked properly. Here comes the Panzer. Is he going to go for the shot? He isn't. It's, oh, no, the Molly. It barely doesn't hit Trick. That was so fortunate for him.
Yo, I thought he was dead.
So did I. Nice from 10 Trip. Again, just racking up another kill. 8 now, away of the Philippines.
They might win this game.
They might.
Think about that.
Very
They're
well
stuck in that fight outside of Picado with James. They lose almost everybody, and now they might win the game. Unbelievable. Sweden, now they're going to hold the line. Trick gave up his position, but I get it. You were right. It just looks so juicy. And they're just turtling outside of the next circle. Phase 8, center dot going to be in between Tede and some of the Filipino boys. Smokes are coming out now. Indonesia just trying to hold the line, and that extra angle that you get from Tede's position is so annoying.
Yeah, it's really not something that you want to deal with at all. Speaking of annoying angles, look at the way 10 Trip is starting to flex out towards the southeast, trying to get an angle onto Sweden. I love this again. Sometimes they're a little over-aggressive, but they really do make some great decisions sometimes in that aggression.
Fuzzface just hit a nasty one right over the top of the hill. Sprayed down, gets the knock onto Simoy, and that's the best player so far for today. Trick, though, able to respond in kind. Philippines looking to see if they can get involved in this fight.
Oh, that nade might be good.
Oh, it just came up short. There's like another layer to that hill. The dirt has been dug deep there.
Yeah. This is an awkward finish, though, for if you're Indonesia, because you kind of have so many places you have to look, and then you have the other 2 members that are trapped. You can see TD is trying to help his teammates, but Trick is the one to go down. Sweden's still trying to survive, as you can see. Setsuna now trying to put pressure on them as well.
They're in trouble. It's all going to be on to Tede. He is still claiming some points for them. They have 8 kills, and God, they're just going nuts today.
Yeah.
I mean, Mome, I don't know. Good luck, my friend. You know what? He's actually safe.
Yeah, he's okay for now. And the most important thing is if they lose track or if there's an opportunity for a third party, I mean, he is right there within striking distance.
This is maybe doable. There's a weird world where, like, Chinese Taipei and everybody else just ends up, like, squaring up a little bit sooner than you'd expect. I would say that's not likely, but possible. Okay, Chinese Taipei isn't even going to allow it. They're actually just going to try to flank out. This is a little dangerous.
Yeah, they're flexing very far towards the north here of a small circle. It's just Mome that's left for Sweden, and he's prone, so they wouldn't even be able to see him, I don't think. Unless they're just pre-nading. So, no, they had a notion that he was there, and so they're going to find him out. That nade is going to touch him. Oh, the blue, careful. He's down. Calbs, actually, Philippines is going to find that one. 9 kills.
That gets a nice job. Thumbs up for me for sure. Tede, though, speaking of nice job, Savior down, and immediately a barrage of util.
That nade might be gold.
That nade might be really good. Oh, it only gets half onto Savior. Let's see. Oh, he got mollied. He's in trouble.
Oh, does he? He's in the smoke. No, he's done. It's hard to tell when you're in smoke and a molly. But even still, Indonesia taking 3rd place. It's now just down to Chinese Taipei versus the Philippines. And
4v4.
4v4 straight up.
Well, the Philippines are trying their tactic of just fan out and surround your opponent.
Yeah, envelop Chinese Taipei, and they're gonna find one. Algenbots with a beautiful flank is gonna open up the fight, and he gets two! He gets two, Clint!
Cal's able to follow up, and it's quick. 10 trip gets the final, and it is the Philippines getting the win. What a game for them.
It may have taken them 5 games to put it together in those early game fights. They were figuring out what their limit testing were, but they found it, and in the last game, they closed it out with 8, 9, 10 kills, I believe. That's a 20-pointer at the very least for the Philippines.
And they had to res. They had to get 3
And they
players back.
realized exactly, and you had brought that up. That went down from a 1-person team to a 4-person team to win in the end. Man, I love recalls.
I do too. That is awesome. Congrats to the Philippines on a hard-fought victory today. Chinese Taipei having a really solid day overall. Getting a win in there. Getting a good finish. Yeah. As we take a look at some of the highlights here from this match. Freaking James out there with a pump shotgun, riding side seat.
He didn't,
Aw,
it just
dude.
like, I love how the vehicle just stopped and he just kind of peeked over like, hey, what are you doing over here?
Yeah. You happy to see me?
Oh, that was gross. Yeah, 10 trip. Just on fire all day, as well as Empty. Empty was huge for his team. Even though his team just couldn't put it together. I mean, Malaysia struggled.
Yeah.
They really struggled.
It is not a good first day. Malaysia's going to have to go huge tomorrow. That's all there is to it. They just
Again,
have
the
to.
potential is there, and they don't need to win. They just need to hit top 8. They just need to hit that cutoff line. The problem is the cutoff line is now starting to get pushed further and further forward. So, I mean, I still think it'll be anywhere between like 50-ish, 50, 60 points, but I mean, we'll have to see. We'll
Never know.
have to see.
Yeah. Good nade there from Code Marco. The follow-up from Shoa. Some good stuff from Turkey. Got the win on the first Miramar. Like what I'm seeing?
Turkey coming alive late in the day, but again, it doesn't really matter how you start. It's how you finish and how you lead into tomorrow, because I mean, anything could have happened in those early games. They could have just straight dropped goose eggs and still made enough points because of the way that the leaderboard kind of shook out to hit that mid-pack. And sure enough, they did.
Yeah. Sweden, very solid day. Nothing wrong with what went on there.
Everything just good PUBG. Again, fundamental PUBG.
Yeah. You wouldn't expect any less there with Buzzface on the team. It's, Algenbots hits a banger.
Yeah, that
absolute
double was
banger.
so clean. And so pivotal in opening that fight for them as well. It's pretty much what won them the fight. So
And they
huge.
just accelerated off that.
Yeah, they really did.
They're just like, oh, we got to knock. Go, 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 go. Everybody go.
Like, man, you guys are talking a lot about Thailand and Vietnam, but you forgot about us, the Philippines.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Look, well, maybe a little bit. But
I was going to say, let's
not. Yeah.
maybe
I
a
mean, but
little.
it's just been so dominant from Thailand and Vietnam. Like,
Yeah, it has been.
and there's a bunch of countries in that region, and it's just like, well, these are kind of the guys who keep getting it done. I'm happy to see the Philippines play well. I would love to see those boys come through again.
Well, I think it's very possible, especially given that they're going to end the day the way that they did. That's going to be a big confidence boost going into tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, I mean, it's going to be do or die for some of these other teams that are struggling. The Philippines riding the ship. You know, we saw that from other teams as well. But, I mean, we're still struggling down towards the bottom. Denmark, man, what is going on with you boys?
Don't know. Hard to say. They're
yeah.
tough fights on the edges, I suppose, but
Yeah.
anything's possible. Tomorrow,
They can bring it back. I still believe. I still
I always
100%
feel like-
believe in Denmark.
yeah, I always feel like there's like that one team that kind of just explodes on the second day.
You also have to remember, you know, Gustav is on FaZe, and FaZe love to wait to the last minute. So
It's true, but it's not Sunday tomorrow. Does that matter anymore?
It could be their Sunday if they don't play right.
Fair enough.
So
That's actually a good point.
yeah.
Okay, I'll buy that. I'm buying into the stocks for Denmark, I guess.
I believe in Denmark. I still genuinely believe, especially when they go back, they figure out exactly what they did wrong. It's the same lobby tomorrow.
Yeah,
right?
it's true.
So it's not like there's not going to be a lot changing. Maybe they can figure out what they need to do, go back, you know, with Martin, and I'm sure he'll fix those boys up.
For sure, for sure. Fun day overall, though.
It was a blast.
Really excited for what tomorrow's going to bring. I think it's going to be interesting to see, does Malaysia continue this weird whatever is going on with them?
They just seem to run into fights early. I mean, we saw it in that last game in one of the Valles. And I don't know. I don't know if that was planned again. I don't know if their plan was just to get out of the plane as soon as possible so the rotation can come faster, because we do see that from a lot of teams. But yeah, they just and Spain. I mean, Spain is a team that struggled all day, but they were at least able to wipe Malaysia in the end. So that was a good start for Spain to start to get some momentum going heading into tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, beating Malaysia's no joke, dude. Shen is nuts. Shen is one of the best city fighters I've ever seen. So you win that fight, you ought to be feeling good about yourself. No doubt about it.
It all culminated in the church, which was so odd, right? We saw the play in the church. We saw it was 3 of the players from Malaysia just behind the altar, and it was then Spain propped up in that doorway. If that nade had actually landed from Malaysia, that would have been game over. That would have been a completely different story. But yeah, it was Spain able to clean up, and they finally got some much needed points at the end as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So really fun stuff today. Hope you guys all enjoyed it at home as we accumulate some stats. Get ready for some interviews at the end. Make sure you stick around for that. You want to hear what some of these players have to say, and we'll kind of figure out where we stand going into tomorrow. We'll take a look at the leaderboard, do all that kind of stuff. But yeah, overall today,
for my first PNC cast, it was PNC in general was a blast. Today was an absolute blast. Also, you guys, make sure you're checking your rosters. I have zero interest in checking my fantasy roster because I know it's in shambles.
I got a gift there at the end.
You really did. You actually
I had Algin bots, man.
I know, it was Algin, and he got
I was a believer, dude.
I mean, they came to play, but that's the other thing, too. When you look at a team like the Philippines and you look at how they started, they wasted absolutely no time getting warmed up, right? They got those early game fights. Yes, they got kind of sent home early in some of those games, but it kind of culminated towards the end where they really found their footing. Sure, they got a good position in the city of San Martin, but they also didn't squander it, right? They made sure that they played pretty close to what they should have been doing, pretty tight to the, what am I even trying to say? They did not take unnecessary risks from a team that was taking nothing but unnecessary risks throughout the day. There we go. There, words. I got it.
Nice. No, I agree with you, though. I think that when they had to play a certain way because of the recalls, all of a sudden they're like, oh, yeah, we know how to play this game.
Yeah, we can do this. What are we... Oh, yeah, this is how you play.
Yeah. Man of the match is going to be 10 Trip. Hit some... Oh, that double tap into the car that was driving at him outside of Picado.
Yeah, that was filthy.
That was pretty filthy. Over 1,000 damage. That is so good.
That's an individual player over 1,100 damage as well. So very impressive overall. I think 10 Trip has been a huge boon for that team, as has Algin. Honestly, all 4 members of the Philippines have just been scrapping, and it's been working. And there you go, 24 points to end the day, and what a way to end the day.
For sure. Another 0 there for Malaysia, 2 for Norway, 2 Denmark, Germany 2, France only 3, but that doesn't matter. They're fine. They are literally
worst game.
They are literally into the finals.
Yeah.
I am 100% comfortable saying that.
As is Indonesia. I mean, getting a second place, another 13 points. Those boys are locked in, absolutely locked in.
I think Sweden might be really close to locked in.
I think they're fairly close as well. Sweden has had some good games. Norway, I think, also is pretty much done. I think they can rest on a pretty good day. Again, it would take a just absolute travesty of a day for these teams. Like we're talking about the Philippines, Indonesia, right? Sweden, Norway. I would be very surprised if these guys didn't actually end up qualifying tomorrow. It really, the onus again falls onto the teams that have been struggling on the right side. That's going to be your Malaysias, that's going to be your Denmarks. Canada is kind of right on that cusp. Japan, I know we were both really looking forward to Japan and seeing what they were going to bring to the table. We had a lot of high hopes. It's been kind of a downward slide, but it wasn't a total loss for them all day.
No. Again, first game, last game looked okay.
Yeah.
Like, steady enough. The rest of it, there's some work to be done there, especially like you were saying, like the team fighting. Fully agree with you there. We'll see tomorrow, see if they can get it together. UK, solid day, I think.
Yeah, it was a good day overall, yeah. I think UK did really well overall.
Yeah, they're 7th, 39 points. Not comfortable, but solid enough. I mean, that top 8's pretty good.
It is. That's a pretty good top 8. And then, Chinese Taipei kind of sneaking in at the very end. I mean, they were just quiet today. That doesn't mean that they weren't accumulating points. They were just quiet. But you said it best. That's just how they play.
It's who they are.
Yeah, it's who they are. And there's nothing wrong with that because it's working.
Yeah. No. It usually is good enough to, get the job done and get them to, slightly higher stage.
Next point.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so as we get ready see who is going to rise up tomorrow. We do have our last day of the survival stage.
Yep.
So it's only 2 days, just 12 games. I had to do some quick math there. I'm like, 6 plus 6, what's that? 12. Amazing. All right, guys, we are going to throw it down to Bella on the stage for our interview here. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
네, 팀 프랑스의 알미맥스 선수 인터뷰 만나보겠습니다. 먼저 서바이벌 스테이지 1일차에 2위로 마무리했는데요. 첫 출전한 PNC 너무 좋은 성적으로 마무리했습니다. 첫날 경기한 소감부터 물어보도록 하겠습니다. Hi guys, it's Bella. I'm standing with Team France's Max. Max, perfect day for a first PNC. How are you feeling?
Yeah, we are very happy. We had a beautiful day. We played very simple but very good. Of course, the team is very happy, you know. Everything went well and we got some good games. The first 4 games. Last to Miramar was a bit more difficult, but we're ready for tomorrow and we're gonna keep going.
Already think about the next day. We love
Yes.
that energy. 우선 오늘 첫날 2위로 마무리하게 돼서 팀원들도 그리고 알미맥스 선수도 아주 만족스러워하고 있다고 하고요. 첫 번째 4경기는 아주 경기가 팀 프랑스한테 순조롭게 흘러갔지만 마지막 2경기는 조금 아쉽다고 이야기를 했습니다. 내일은 더 자신감 있게 플레이할 수 있다는 점에 긍정적인 태도를 보여줬습니다. 그리고 오늘 1일차 상대 팀들 탐색전을 완료했어요. 내일 순위권을 유지하기 위해서는 좀 어느 부분에 집중하고 싶은지 혹시 견제되는 팀은 있는지 한번 물어보도록 하겠습니다. You got to test out the lobby today, first day, right? What are you trying to focus on tomorrow? Make sure to make sure that you stay on top. Are there any teams that you have your eyes on?
We are very scared, not scared, but we keep an eye on the Indonesia team, of course. They are very good fraggers, very good at taking fights, so don't want to meet them in the early stage of the game. Except from that, we are gonna keep what we are doing, keep the thing that we worked, we trained in the stream, and yeah, just keep going. We have a very good team feeling, you know. Everyone gets along very well, so that is important too. So everyone feels good, and tomorrow, same.
All right, do what you did today.
Yeah.
Carry on tomorrow.
Exactly.
네, 우선 오늘 정말 멋진 화력을 보여준 팀 인도네시아를 가장 견제한다고 이야기를 했습니다. 경기력이 워낙 좋은 팀이기 때문에 경기 초반에 만나는 것만 조심하면 팀 프랑스 오늘처럼 경기를 잘 풀어낼 수 있을 것 같다고 이야기를 했고요. 팀원들 간의 화합이 되게 좋기 때문에 오늘처럼만 유지한다면 내일 경기는 부담 없이 잘 풀어낼 수 있을 것 같다고 이야기했습니다. 팀 프랑스에게도 너무 좋은 하루지만 늦게까지 이렇게 경기를 함께 해주신 팬분들께도 너무 좋은 하루가 됐는데 먼저 팀 프랑스 팬분들께 한번 감사 인사 한번 물어보도록 하겠습니다. Well, good day for Team France, but also a very good day for Team France fans. Would you like to say your first ever PNC thank you?
Yeah, of course. Can I say it in French?
Well, can you translate for us?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Merci aux Bleus qui nous regardent. On espère qu'on vous a rendu fiers et demain les gars on continue. Thank you to the blue French guys that are watching us. We're gonna keep making them proud and tomorrow still the same, still rolling and let's go to final stage.
오늘 응원해주신 프랑스 팬분들께 너무 감사드리고 더 멋지게 경기해서 파이널 스테이지까지 갈 수 있다고 알미맥스 선수가 팬분들께 인사를 드렸습니다. 팀 프랑스의 알미맥스 선수 인터뷰 만나봤습니다. Allez les bleus!
Allez les bleus!
Yeah, thank you!
See you tomorrow.
All
Bye-bye.
right, see you tomorrow! Oh, well, that was Team France's Max for the interview. That was a brilliant first day for Team France. And I am going to have Team Indonesia's Sinmoy and our lovely translator join us on the stage because Team Indonesia came in number 1 on our first day. Hello, Sinmoy, the top fragger. Hello. All right. Well, great day, great start to Indonesia at PNC. Well, a whole new look compared to last year.